Okay, this is our Thanksgiving setup for 2012. I just took down the Halloween decorations off of our flag tree and I put up our Thanksgiving display. Of course, you can see I got Charlie Brown Thanksgiving in the center on the little banner there. And at the top we have 4 spinning turkeys. I like the 2 on the ends a little bit better. Right now it's not real windy, so they're not really spinning, but all 4 of them spin. We only had 2 of them though, so I had to compromise and get a couple other different ones. Right now when the wind blows they'll start spinning. It's getting close, but anyway, this is our flag tree that I traditionally have flags on it. You can see I've incorporated wrought iron in the tree. This is a cedar tree. I love the shape of it, how symmetrical it was, so I stained it with Thompson's water seal and took a chainsaw, made some slits in the sides, and incorporated wrought iron in it. So that's typically our flag tree, but right now we got Thanksgiving's display on it. When Christmas comes, I'll put a Christmas display on it. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple other things in the yard that we didn't look at on the Halloween video. Of course, this is Ellisville, Missouri. We can come over here and look at the big turkey that we put on the roof. The Halloween displays that we had, the skull and the pumpkin were 5 feet tall. That turkey's 10 feet tall. So I think it turned out very well. It's about the size of the roof on the width of it, and it looks very, very cool. We've got a lot of compliments from it so far. The other thing that I did not mention on the last videotaping we put on YouTube was the 2 topiaries that you're facing right now, the archer and the dog. Originally that archer, when I was going to make it with a gun in its hand, a shotgun or a machine gun, a toy machine gun, but I thought that may be a little bit politically incorrect. I figured neighbors may not like it. I definitely wanted it to look like a toy, to have a very fake look to it. So instead I went with a bow and arrow. You can see I made it a very toy bow with a little rubber tip on the end of it. So that's the 2 topiaries we didn't go over in the last video. Okay, this is an oak tree that died, and I was going to cut it down. I wanted to do something with it, so I left it about 4.5 feet tall. I hollowed it out, and I planted a spirea bush in it. And I had this little opening right here. I thought it would be perfect to put a face on it. So once again, I put Thompson's water seal on it to preserve it a little bit. So this is, I think it turned out very cool looking. Here's a couple yard decorations that I wanted to put on the house. Of course, I like the geckos. I thought this just had a very nice effect to it, so there we are. Okay, the last video, on the Halloween video, we covered the other 2 yard ornaments, the rhino and the alligator. I forgot to talk about the dragon that I put in front of the window. I think that's a good touch. Color matches pretty well too. Okay, we call this one the Garden Queen. It looks a little bit like a monster, but it definitely had a bit of a female look to it, so I spent about the past year to year and a half giving it breast implants, I guess you could say, which I think that turned out pretty well. So that's an interesting topiary. I gave it pinchers, kind of unusual crown on the top there. That's one of my favorite. Okay, I got a lot of comments from the last video about the mosaic work that I did on the side of our shed here. If you want to bring the camera in a little bit closer, you can see the detail a little bit better. I used to be a floor layer, laid ceramic tile, so this kind of came natural for me. I took the St. Louis Cardinals baseball logo and I tried to duplicate it exact. There's the exact number of stitches. On the actual logo, the stitches even have a slight curve to them. So I actually curved them exactly like the logo is and tried to keep the letters and everything pretty much exact. So I was very pleased with the way this turned out. And as I mentioned before, it's held up very well under the weather. I think it's a pretty cool looking piece of art. Okay, this is our shed. You could see a little bit of in the videotaping that we did last month for Halloween, but I wanted to show the front of it a little bit better, where you can see the geckos that I put on the front. I had to be a little bit concerned about people coming up and trying to steal them or something, so I screwed them all in, and then I took liquid nail and filled all of the screw heads so they couldn't come out with a screwdriver. So I think they turned out very nice looking. We get a lot of compliments about the geckos. That's our videotaping for now. When we do a Christmas setup, we will do another videotaping. Until then, coming to you from Ellisville, Missouri, this is Randy Curry. Thank you for viewing my yard. We just wanted to add one more quick clip. Since the turkey has lighting inside of it, we wanted to show a nighttime photo.